Green Bay Packers Nation, how's it going? This is Brody, and we need to talk about a quarterback who's starting to make some serious noise. The NFL preseason is heating up, and while we typically focus on the second and third stringers, it's time to shine a spotlight on Jordan Love, who showed up and showed out in the recent game against the Denver Broncos. Before we dive into this, tell me where you're watching from and what you think about Love's performance. We're building this community toward 5,000 subscribers, so please subscribe and help us reach that milestone. In Friday's preseason matchup, Love didn't just take the field, he made a statement. Completing 5 of 7 passes for 56 yards and a touchdown is no small feat, especially when he led a methodical 12-play, 63-yard opening drive that culminated in an 11-yard touchdown pass to Marshawn Lloyd. That's the kind of efficiency and poise you want to see from your starting quarterback, even in a preseason setting. Now, why does this matter for the Green Bay Packers? Well, Love's success is critical as it builds confidence not just for him, but for the whole team. After a somewhat shaky start to his career, this performance could be a sign of things to come, and it gives head coach Matt LaFleur a glimpse of what he has in Love as the potential future of the franchise. Of course, LaFleur wisely pulled Love after that impressive drive. Why risk your prize quarterback getting injured in a game that doesn't count? It was a calculated move that shows he's cautious but also supportive, giving Love that opportunity to shine when it matters most, even if it's just in the preseason. Looking ahead, it's likely we won't see Love in the preseason finale next week. The focus will shift to backup quarterbacks Tyrod Taylor and Kyle McCord, who will get valuable playing time and experience. This could be crucial as the team solidifies its depth chart heading into the regular season. While Love's performance certainly gives Packers fans a reason to be optimistic, it also raises the stakes for the backups. They need to step up and demonstrate they can handle the pressure. After all, if something were to happen to Love, we need to know we have a reliable option to step in. So what does this all mean? It shows that the Packers are nurturing their future while ensuring their current roster is battle-ready. It's a balancing act, but with performances like Love's, it seems like the organization is on the right path. Next up, we'll discuss some interesting developments regarding the Packers defense and how they're preparing for the upcoming season. Stay tuned. While the Packers might be breathing a sigh of relief with Josh Jacobs back at practice, it seems the storm clouds may still be looming over the star running back. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Jacobs, who has been sidelined due to injury, still faces the possibility of league discipline stemming from an alleged domestic incident earlier this offseason. This investigation is ongoing. It's an unsettling backdrop as we approach the season opener. Schefter pointed out on ESPN Milwaukee that the Packers would prefer to let this process unfold before making any final decisions. He mentioned, "The league is always trying to step in and be proactive rather than reactive, and that's a concern for the Packers." What does that mean for Jacobs and the team? Should the league decide to impose discipline, the Packers could find themselves without their workhorse running back right when they need him most. Jacobs has denied any wrongdoing and was released from jail, meaning he's presumed innocent until proven otherwise. But let's be real. Any new developments in this case could lead to a suspension that would hit the team hard right out of the gate. The Packers rely on Jacobs to take some of the pressure off Jordan Love, especially given the uncertainty at backup after Emmanuel Wilson's departure. This situation is definitely one to watch. While Jacobs' return to practice is a positive sign, the shadow of potential discipline casts uncertainty over the entire season. The Packers need to be prepared for any outcome, as a suspension could severely impact their offensive strategy. With this ongoing drama, it's clear that there's more to the story than meets the eye. So what does this mean for the Packers' plans moving forward? Let's dive into the next segment to explore the latest developments on their roster and how it could affect the season ahead. Continuing from our earlier discussions, we now shift our focus to some intriguing dynamics surrounding head coach Matt LaFleur and the upcoming joint practices with the Arizona Cardinals. You know, this isn't just any preseason practice, it's a family affair. Matt LaFleur has always been a strong advocate for joint practices, a stance that once put him at odds with former quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who was decidedly against them. But LaFleur has prevailed, bringing back joint practices for the first time in 14 years during his tenure. Now, as the Packers gear up for their final preseason game, he finds himself in a unique position, coaching against his younger brother, Mike LaFleur, who's making his head coaching debut in Arizona. This adds an extra layer of intensity to what is already a competitive atmosphere. Joint practices can be fiery, especially when different jerseys are involved, and let's not forget that tempers can flare even among teammates. LaFleur knows this all too well and has laid out a clear strategy to keep things under control. He sees these practices not just as scrimmages, but as critical evaluations for his players. If anyone gets into a scuffle, they risk missing out on valuable game time. For those players on the bubble, this could mean the difference between earning a paycheck or being shown the door. LaFleur stated, if you're somebody who needs that work to get those snaps so the whole world can see it, you're going to be limited or not at all playing in the game. That's a strong message to send, and it shows he's serious about discipline and performance. But in true LaFleur fashion, he also has a humorous backup plan in case the tensions boil over. He playfully suggested, if there's an issue, I'm going to tell the guys, hey, you come tag me in. They can tag in my brother, and we'll throw down on the 50. It's a lighthearted approach that not only showcases his camaraderie with his brother, but also highlights his desire to maintain a competitive yet respectful environment. As we look ahead, it's clear that Matt LaFleur's experience and leadership will be pivotal in navigating these joint practices. While he's always going to prioritize the Green Bay Packers, he also admits a fondness for the Cardinals, saying, certainly always going to prioritize the Green Bay Packers, but if there is another team in the National Football League that I'll be rooting for, it will be the Arizona Cardinals. This reveals a dual focus for LaFleur, developing his own team while also respecting the process for his brother's squad. As we wrap up this segment, it's fascinating to see how LaFleur balances the familial ties with the competitive nature of the NFL. What does this mean for the Packers' preseason preparation? Are you feeling confident about how Matt is setting the tone for discipline and teamwork? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe as we aim for 5,000 subscribers. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest and greatest on the Green Bay Packers.